Welcome back to episode 2 of our Branding Your Business series. In this episode, we're getting into identifying your brand purpose. What is it, and how do you develop one? I'm Jess. I'm a design educator here at Canva. Let's get started by talking about what exactly a brand's purpose is and why it's so important. Successful brands are clear about what they stand for and organize their entire businesses around it. Your purpose is your reason for getting out of bed in the morning. This varies from person to person and brand to brand. Simon Sinek has a wonderful explanation for how to identify and communicate your brand's purpose. Let's check it out.
Probably the world's simplest idea. I call it the golden circle. This little idea explains why some organizations and some leaders are able to inspire where others aren't. Every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do, 100%. Some know how they do it, but very, very few people or organizations know why they do what they do. By why, I mean what's your purpose, what's your cause, what's your belief, and why should anyone care? The inspired leaders and the inspired organizations all think, act, and communicate from the inside out. Let me give you an example. If Apple were like everyone else, a marketing message from them might sound like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh. That's how most marketing is done. That's how most sales is done. We say what we do. We say how we're different or how we better, and we expect some sort of behavior, a purchase, a vote, something like that. Here's how Apple actually communicates. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? People don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. The goal is not to do business with everybody who needs what you have. The goal is to do business with people who believe what you believe. Again, the goal is not just to sell people who need what you have, the goal is to sell to people who believe what you believe. If you hire people just because they can do a job, they'll work for your money. But if you hire people who believe what you believe, they work for you with blood and sweat and tears. Something called the law of diffusion of innovation. The first 2.5% of our population are our innovators. The next 13.5% of our population are our early adopters. The next 34% are your early majority, your late majority, and your laggards. That if you want mass market success or mass market acceptance of an idea, you cannot have it until you achieve this tipping point between 15 and 18% market penetration. So it's this here, this little gap that you have to close. Because you see, the early majority will not try something until someone else has tried it first. And these guys, the innovators and the early adopters, they're more comfortable making those intuitive decisions that are driven by what they believe about the world and not just what product is available. These are the people who stood online for 6 hours to buy an iPhone when they first came out. Leaders hold a position of power or authority, but those who lead inspire us. And it's those who start with why that have the ability to inspire those around them or find others who inspire them. Thank you very much.
Your purpose is the impact you want to have on the world. Apple exists to challenge the status quo to think differently. Tesla exists to accelerate the transition to sustainable energy. Nike exists to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Canva exists to empower the world to design. What's your purpose? We've put together a short workbook for you to take away to help you gather your brand plans and inspiration. Open the link in the description or scan this QR code. You can add to it whilst watching this course, or you can save it for later and complete it in your own time. First up, write about the purpose of your brand. Remember, your purpose is the impact you want to have on the world. So that wraps up our episode on purpose. I hope you learned a bit more about how to define your brand's purpose. And don't forget, the workbook is yours to keep. Feel free to continue using it to help define and refine your brand's purpose. Next episode, we'll be discussing brand value. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out when that one goes live. See you next time.